Welcome, and here we go again. Now today I'm going to be looking at another Doctor Who related subject. Obviously Doctor Who subjects are going to be quite rife this year. I'll probably get a couple of movie reviews out soon. I'll probably get a Black Panther movie review out pretty shortly because I'm planning on seeing that next week. So maybe I'll get one of those out next Sunday, and as long as I go and see it. But mainly at the moment, as it's a big year for Doctor Who, we're anticipating Series 11 of the show, which is going to be a brand new start with Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, Chris Chibnall as the showrunner. Now, Chris Chibnall is planning on making some really massive changes. As I said, I'm not going to be discussing the Sunday thing unless it's announced, and if it's unless it's announced. If it's announced, I'll share my thoughts on that in a video, because I don't want to repeat myself too much. A bit like I did with Bradley Walsh, I suppose. So Chris Chibnall's going to make some sweeping changes, and the only things we'll immediately recognise, according to The Mirror, are the TARDIS, the sonic screwdriver, and the Doctor. Well, not the Doctor, but some various other... The TARDIS, yes. Can't remember what the other thing they said now. I forgot. So today I'm going to be discussing 5 writers who I think I will miss in Series 11 of the show. And number 5, it's Sarah Dollard. Now, Sarah Dollard has given us 2 beautifully crafted stories. The first one was Face the Raven, the finale kind of for Clara Oswald, which gave her a fantastic finale as a character. And she also gave us Thin Ice, which was one of my favourites of Series 10. It was a nice little contained story that I really enjoyed watching. It was very good. Now, she's definitely not returning. She's confirmed that she's not returning for Series 11. We don't know whether she'll return anytime, but it's been confirmed that she won't be returning, like Mark Gatiss, who doesn't make the list today, but he's confirmed as well he won't be writing any episodes of Series 11. And we're guessing none of the writers from previous years, apart from Chris Chibnall, will. It'll be sad to say goodbye to Sarah Dollard. She's given us 2 wonderful stories, and I'd love to see more of her work, which I'm sure would be a wonderful story. My favourite out of the 2, I'm going to say Thin Ice. And number 4, it's Toby Whitehouse. Now, Toby Whitehouse wrote... although he wrote the the sort of disappointing finale to the Monk trilogy, The Lie of the Land, which wasn't as bad as Extremis, but was worse than Pyramid at the End of the World, he wrote some fantastic stories during the David Tennant, Matt Smith, and Peter Capaldi eras. He wrote things like School Reunion and The God Complex and Under the Lake Before the Flood. My personal favourite is Under the Lake Before the Flood. I really like that story. And although he's not confirmed that he's not writing a story for the next series, it's highly unlikely that he will be. So it'll be sad to see his stories go, because usually they show an essence of what Doctor Who is like, particularly stories like The God Complex and the Under the Lake Before the Flood. And number 3, it's Peter Harness. Now, Peter Harness is a wonderful writer who's given us some brilliant stories. He's given us the Kill the Moon, which is his weakest of the three, but it's not as bad as people say it is. The Zygon two-parter, which I absolutely love, and The Pyramid at the End of the World. I really like how his stories give us a sort of political sort of view of Doctor Who in the modern day. For example, the first one was about the moon and destroying the moon. The second one was kind of about immigration and, immigrants and everything coming in, just represented metaphorically by the Zygons. And the third story was about the Doomsday Clock. And the destruction of the world from the monks. I really like his stories, bringing a political sense to a sort of more otherworldly sort of story. I really like his stories, and he will be missed, in my opinion, as a Doctor Who writer. Although maybe some people wouldn't think so, because he was the writer of Kill the Moon. But he wrote two marvellous stories for Doctor Who. At number 2, it's Steven Moffat. Now, Steven Moffat's a funny one because his era, although some people don't think his era's great and some of his stories were disappointing, particularly his finales. Only 2 of them, but, He wrote some brilliant stories in the RTD era, some of the best in Doctor Who history, like Blink, The Empty Child, Girl in the Fireplace, and Silence in the Library. Some of the best stories of the Russell T Davies era. It's a shame because when he's given the chance to write out of his era, it seems that he crafts some marvellous stories. So it'll be a shame to not see him do any contributions to Series 11. Or the Chris Chibnall era. Ever again. At number 1 is Jamie Matheson. Now, I was rewatching Oxygen last night in my Series 10 rewatch, which I'm gradually doing. And I love Oxygen. I love... My favourite of his is Mummy and the Orient Express. His stories capture the essence of sort of usually more classic Who sort of tone to the series. But he captures the essence of what Doctor Who needs to be and what Doctor Who is like at its best. And apart from Girl Who Died, which is co-written with Steven Moffat, his stories are all wonderful in my opinion. Mummy on the Orient Express, Flatline and Oxygen are brilliant stories that I absolutely adore. And I will miss him if he never writes for Doctor Who again, because he's become one of my favourite Doctor Who writers of not only New Who, but of all time. Thank you for tuning in to my 5 writers that I will miss in Series 11. I'll have more Doctor Who related videos coming to you very shortly. And I'm not sure what the next one will be. But as I said, a Black Panther review should be coming to you quite soon as well. Thank you for tuning in today. Please tune in on Sundays and Wednesdays for new videos. And please like and subscribe. Oh yes, the next video will be 250 episodes of Doctor Who Time and Space. Me and Dee Cool shall collaborate to celebrate 250 episodes of our podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time. See you next time, same space. Goodbye!